Подержи.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hats Off with your host, D'Angelo Edwards.
Hello, and welcome to Hats Off. I'm your host, an ageless planewalker, D'Angelo Edwards. It's finally here, another movie that for kids would delight and bewonder, but for adults, remind them how long it's been since their childhood died. Christopher Robin, a look at the grown-up life of Winnie the Pooh's favorite boy. And watching the trailer made me realize something. Winnie the Pooh is kind of unsettling in this. I think it's the eyes, those pure black eyes. Also, it made me realize, I freaking love Winnie the Pooh. I've always enjoyed the guy. He's cute, he's wholesome, he's strapped. Watching him and his friends go on adventures was always so much fun. But what if I told you Disney wasn't the only one with their fingers in the proverbial honeypot? Yep, a few years after Disney made their adaptation, a pretty small country up north decided to take a crack at it. Yep, the motherland made a version of Winnie the Pooh. And I know when you hear Russian cartoon, the first thing you might think is,
we now return to popular Russian cartoon Shoe and Shoeless.
Shoe and shoeless. One is meaningless without the other.
well, I wouldn't say fun. But what if I told you that the Russian Winnie the Pooh is equal, if not arguably better than the Disney version? Stick around and I'll show you why I take my hat off to the Russian Winnie the Pooh. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. First off, compared to the Disney version, this one is a lot flatter. Rather than giving this the appearance of a storybook, this one feels a lot more like a child's illustration come to life. And it's not just the world around Pooh that looks different, but Pooh himself also looks a little different in this version. Now, when I first saw this version of Winnie the Pooh, I didn't like it. But the more I looked at him, the way he moved, talked, stared, I couldn't feel anything but love for this guy. He's just so janky. The way his eyes also have kind of a glazed look, and his feet don't even connect to his body. Oh, I love him. And the way he talks.
А зачем на свете пчелы? Для того, чтобы делать мед. По-моему, так. А зачем на свете мед? Для того, чтобы я его ел.
Like 2 minutes in and he's already questioning not only his existence, but the point of why anything exists. And once he thinks he's come to the answer, he just picks himself up and starts singing again. He's great.
Сочиняю я неплохо иногда. Да. Хорошо живет на свете.
And just when you think it couldn't get any better, that's when he shows up. From the moment that Russian Piglet enters the screen, I have already pledged my life to him. He is perfection. If anything were to happen to him, I would raise the earth. That is all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, our Piglet is cute. He's alright. But I mean, like, look at him. No contest. Also, in this adaptation, there is no Christopher Robin. The creator of this version thought that having a human character would put him in a higher position than the other animal characters. I mean, if you ask me, they could revolt at any time. He's just a kid. What is he gonna do? Unless they're playing baseball.
Silly old bear.
So in this version, Piglet fulfills a lot of the roles that Christopher Robin does in the Disney version, and their dynamic is great. Piglet almost acts like a little hype man, joining him in his songs, helping him in his plans. And Pooh just treats him like his son. Just like, look at him watch his face when they go to visit Rabbit. He is focused on getting the most he can out of Rabbit, but he can't stop fussing over Piglet. It's the best. A+. Besides Piglet and Pooh, the other characters are similar to the Disney versions, but with slight changes. Like Rabbit, instead of his usual politeness coupled with his temper, this rabbit is polite to a fault, showing not a hint of anger at how much Pooh just wrecks his life. It's hilarious. Even the narrator talks about how much Rabbit punks out.
А что подумал кролик, никто не узнал, потому что он был очень воспитанный.
Eeyore is somehow even more sad. Like look at him. They made him cuter just to knock him down more. That's not cool. Owl's also here. Instead of a know-it-all scholar, they made him into a busybody woman that thinks very highly of herself. Like, she finds Eeyore's tail, and instead of giving it back, she mistakes it for a string. And only when it breaks does she have the nerve to give it back. Back to poor, depressed Eeyore as a gift on his birthday. Like, geez, she is the worst. At least Eeyore cheers up a bit, but it probably won't be for long. But even with Owl being a little annoying, I love all these characters. With Pooh's random songs, deep thoughts, and just complete lack of shame. Eeyore's heart-wrenching talk about just how sad he is. Rabbit's slowly deteriorating psyche as he puts up with Pooh. And Owl's complete misunderstanding of just how dumb she really is. And Piglet's just look at him. I'd start a war for him. These were just a bunch of genuinely enjoyable shorts. Sadly, there are only 3 of them, but they're easy enough to find on YouTube, and I implore you to find them. They are adorable, hilarious, and oddly thought-provoking. Just watch for Piglet, man. I just want a plush of him. These shorts were genuinely entertaining, and even one of the directors that directed the one on Disney said he liked this version better than his own. So please, when you have a chance, give him a watch. You won't be disappointed. I'm D'Angelo Edwards. Christopher Robin is your new god, and I will see you later.